City Council in Ward 13. She's a Green Party endorsed candidate. Thank you so much for being on with us, Katie.
Thank you for having me.
I understand that the race is coming up, in about a month, but Minneapolis has been a site of a lot of national attention lately. Why did you feel that you needed to step into this race, and what do you want to let our viewers know they can do in these next 3 weeks?
Sure. So the reason, first of all, I'm very new to politics, and I've kind of been anti-political my whole life, and so it just has never been on my radar to do anything like this. But I recently was in a garage with some folks from the neighborhood, and they started talking about the city council race, and that our current city council member for Ward 13 was the single vote against the ban on tear gas being used against protesters last year. So that was that's what got me on the radar for this, and inspired me to run, because she does not represent me in the way that she votes, and she doesn't seem to represent most of the neighbors that I know. So that kind of lit the fire in me, and got me started on this political path. And yeah, so in the next 3 weeks, there's a lot to be done. We're still trying to get the word out for our campaign, and yeah, if anyone's interested in joining us, you can do that through our website.
Awesome. And Minneapolis has seen a lot of issues with police violence on protesters. To your point, recently we've seen police that have shot non-lethal rounds out of moving vehicles. In Minneapolis a bit indiscriminately. On your platform, which is on your website, which I encourage people to visit, you talk about amending the city charter for the Department of Public Safety. What kind of what do you see on the ground in Minneapolis? For you that you're envisioning law enforcement, and what do you hope that could be implemented? Through at a municipal level?
Yeah, so currently there are groups forming response teams to use, regardless of whether we defund the police or not. And so I love that work is being done and done well, and I definitely want to support those groups and efforts going forward. But as far as public safety in general, so much goes into that, and it's so important to create a full, robust department that addresses all of those things. Ward 13 is a very safe, well-resourced area of Minneapolis, and we're also very under-policed. Not under as in we need more, but in the years that I've lived here, I've seen maybe a dozen cops. And so they are clearly not what makes us a safe area of Minneapolis. And even when I'm talking to pro-police people or people who believe in reform, everyone brings the conversation back to the resources that we need in order to build a safe community. So I'm really excited for that effort and the charter change to allow us to take resources from the police department, and demilitarize them. That's a great first step. We don't need to be dumping money into that. That money should be going into the community. So, and the charter change would allow us to do that.
So you are endorsed by Our Revolution Minneapolis. You're also endorsed by the Green Party of Minnesota. Minnesota is a state that's seen a lot of national press at the moment with protesters around fossil fuel pipelines and around police efforts. It seems though that all the national political attention is around this $3.5 trillion bill that the progressives might or might not pass. As a Green Party endorsed candidate, we're seeing this deadlock in DC. What do you hope that at the local level, a more plurality of views and political perspectives would have at a national level?
I'm sorry, what was?
So like having, you're running, the Green Party has mostly stuck to national races.
Mhm.
And now they're endorsing you in city council. Like, how can we expect more of this? And what do you hope is the impact of seeing like third party endorsed candidates at a local level? What impact would that have in these national gridlocks that we see in DC at the moment?
Oh, well, I am new to the Green Party, and I'm loving what I'm seeing as far as how the Green Party, the platform is amazing. I love that, it's not just about the environment, it's about people. And I believe that if there's a third party that can make a difference, it would be the Green Party. So I love to see the momentum building. I love to see, the grassroots campaigns in Minneapolis and beyond. So I'm not sure if that answered your question or not.
No, it did. I guess we're really rooting for you here because we root for independent, grassroots efforts, and we hope to see more of a parliamentary system, I guess, at the national level, here at the Collective Social Network. But to your point, you're also you said you were propped up to run against your opponent because they were pivotal in this tear gas vote. What message do you hope to send if you're successful in unseating your opponent to this national movement of police accountability?
Yeah, well, so like I said, our ward is, a very safe and very well-resourced corner of Minneapolis, and we're often seen as upholding the status quo because we've been represented by somebody who continues to do that. And so if I were to get that seat on city council, I think it would send a strong message that we are actually not those people. We are enthusiastic about coming to the table and making progress and not dragging our feet any longer.
Awesome. Well, here at the Collective Social Network, we're wishing you the best of luck. And, please, everybody, check out your website. Kati,